You ready, Scrambled?
I already joined the server.
You've got it
Let me
recording.
join.
Awesome.
Okay. We have two rollouts for Gully. First one is kind of standard, where we send Demo and Scout to Choke.
Yep.
And Demo stickies up there, and the Scout helps if anyone bombs. Meanwhile, everyone else goes big door. Sniper and NG will hang about here. NG will put a mini sentry down somewhere. Sniper will do whatever he has to do. But
What's the
everyone
password
goes
to that
left.
server?
b33p.
Okay.
Everyone goes left.
Yep.
Immediately, and as soon as our medic can start healing our demo man, the scout no longer stays here. He can move across point. So I'll be using the power jack, the pyro, and the scout then leave choke and pressure point immediately. So you should have the demo, heavy, and medic around here with the pyro and scout either putting pressure on the cap or some pressure on the choke. And soldier, I think we just put like roaming around the point. He could jump the point straight away, or he could jump to here or whatever. But so by this point, like, your whole team is pretty much between there and here, so you have a lot of dominance on the point.
Okay. Isn't it a good idea to put pressure on their sniper immediately off the...
Well, I mean, our sniper will outsnipe their sniper, so we don't really worry about that too much.
But even in all the plan matches against, like, I don't know, like Frumello or Inso or someone?
Well, we'll play it we're aiming to play it like the same way we'll play it in the match. So
yeah,
I mean, our medic, like, he can't get sniped if their sniper is big door and he's here, you know, buffing demo and stuff. And if the call comes in that he's here, I don't know, I suppose our sniper will try to get him, or a soldier or someone. And we just kind of bank on winning that fight and being able to get the sniper down before he can do anything.
Okay.
Then if we win the fight, it's kind of standard. You get a mini sentry, a sniper, and scout and soldier in big door.
Yeah.
Putting pressure from this angle, and pretty much everyone else from there. If it's kind of stalemate or something, you might want to get your engineer to drop a dispenser around there or here or something. Just because if it's stalemate and there's a lot of spam back and forth here, like, it could be
You're
handy.
going to use up a lot of ammo, yeah.
Also, obviously, when you're pushing sticky there, whatever, to catch anyone sitting, maybe you always have to check there. Like, obviously, because it's a 5 CP map, you have to check everywhere for traps, and there's going to be a trap there. Could be a soldier up there, like, could be stickies there, like, pretty much everywhere. A good place that whenever I play demo that I saw, I think it was War suggested this, when defending as a demo on second, if you put sticks here, like, no one looks for them, or if you put sticks there, looks for them. But anyway, so you're pushing through that way with those four over there, and then everyone else through choke. And I think the best thing to do, if you can, is to walk and take top and try and get some height advantage to cap from this side while your team pushes in through there. And it's okay if they die. Like, if they're taking focus away from here, then that's good. So even if they think that they'll lose the fight, at least if there's going to be a fight, they're taking attention off you guys completing the objective over here, so that's good. And then go on top. I think, like, it doesn't really matter if you have to push it from there or up here. Pushing last can be difficult. Like, we didn't really go over pushing last in great detail because we want to see how everything else pans out in scrims first. But I like the idea of getting heavy under. But as Dr. Phil said, like then the enemy demo will just spam it and focus the heavy. But heavy and pyro under with a medic is pretty good because you've got the heavy to do damage and pyro to do some air blasting or whatever. So
Yeah.
and then people coming in. You just need to make sure that you have people coming in from all different doors. Because there's what, 4 ways in? Or 5 ways in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So they just don't really know where to focus.
Yeah. I mean, they should be focusing
The combo.
well, yeah,
or
but
whoever's on
Uber,
the point.
if there's if Uber, then they're not going to focus your combo. They're trying to kill the things that aren't invulnerable, but
Yeah.
just try to split their attention. And
Okay.
yeah, I mean, you can get your spy under here, like DR or whatever, and if he can go for a back cap or something, like, just cheeky plays like that can be useful. But that's pretty much all we talked about in terms of pushing if we win. As for mid, the second way that we can roll out is demo goes big door with the combo, and no one goes choke. We go up this way, so demo and scout pyro with the power jack can run straight up here. Heavy medic giving buffs to the pyro because he can run in very fast in M1, and it can just, like, you're not really going to kill anything probably, but it'll cause them enough distraction that your demo can do stuff and your heavy can shoot stuff. Heavy probably wants to get to like here and start shooting. Doesn't want to run too far because your demo and pyro will be forward. But the idea is to get people like to cover under and to cover this side and to spam them out.
Okay.
We didn't talk about this in detail, like, but I don't know why Phil and Asa decided that no one would go choke, but that's the way they wanted. So that'll be like the second rollout. And then all the rest is the same. If we're pushing mid from second, then the idea is, I don't know why Susie's still here. The idea is that you want to push in with your demo and your scout through choke because they're great at chasing the enemy medic. And then you just kind of split the team between who goes choke and who goes big door. Like, you always want people pushing from at least 2 places, otherwise
It can be
your push
nullified.
probably
Yeah.
won't work. Assuming everything's equal. I mean, obviously, if you've man advantage or some other advantage, like, it could be okay just to quickly get people in, but like, I'm just always assuming that everything's equal in these pushes.
Okay.
And that's about it. For the founding last, we normally have it so that the pyro and engineer are responsible for the last cap in defending it, so that can free everyone else's mind up into thinking that they need to be looking to push out at every opportunity. And if there's a fight, that they can keep the pressure going out and not always have to check. And if our pyro or NG or both are down, like we call it, and it's like we've no one on last, like you can't push out or something like that. But it needs to be clear whose responsibility it is, because in general, either everyone will think that they have to stay, or everyone will think that they can go, and neither are right. It has
So
to be.
which are the best
broken up.
classes to leave on last?
Well, I think engineer and spy, because if you leave engineer and pyro, because if you leave just the engineer, he can get stabbed and the stuff can get sapped, or if the engineer's out in the lobby or whatever, like just even here, and spy saps mini or something, it goes for the cap, he can get it straight away, whereas if a pyro is like around the point, that can never happen.
Yeah.
And plus, if your team are pushing out up, a pyro and an engineer with a mini should be able to kill anything that got past, like a soldier, a scout, or a spy, or
Yeah.
you're not going to get a heavy and a demo coming past here.
No.
Like, we're never really going to have a big. It's probably going to be one or two light classes, so you should be able to handle it. So yeah, pyro and engineer.
Okay.
For defending last, we didn't really go into this detail, but from last season, I think it was like combo and pyro over here.
Yeah.
Engineer, if you've time to build a level 3 or whatever, that's fine. But mini, like a mini just there facing the point, or just here, something's fine. Or even just here. If you can get a scout, soldier, and maybe a sniper watching river, that's good. Yeah, they're the general positions, and then whenever the fight comes in, you want your pyro to like do what he would do in sixes and air blast the Uber. And everyone to bear in mind that while the fight's going on, you just always want to be pushing them out. You want to like almost chase them out.
Okay. As they leave, you want to be following.
Yeah, I mean that's the reason why maps are stalemating in Highlander. It's not really Highlander, it's the mentality of the players. Like sixes players are just in general more aggressive.
Yeah.
Whereas in Highlander, it's for some reason it just seems that's the way that like people are more passive. So the reason why you'll be defending last for 15 minutes is because your team isn't pushing out during fights. They're waiting for the fight to be over, and then as soon as the fight ends, people will start considering whether or not they can move out, and then by then, like the 6 golden seconds or whatever it is that would have been great for you guys to be pushing out, you were in here and you're 6 seconds too late, and they're getting spawns and they're all coming in through big door, and that's the reason why it'll be stalemating.
Okay.
Whereas if you keep pushing out of fights, and like if your pyro and NG are alive, then you can just leave them to cap or to defend the cap, and that should be fine.
So it's pretty much it's all about attacking from more than one place at the same time, and making sure that you capitalize on, well, basically you're pushing when they're not pushing.
Yeah, it's you always want to be keeping pressure up, and making sure that when fights die down, that like you very quickly identify whether or not you can move. If like maybe if numbers are equal and they maybe still have like a demo up or something, and it's like 4 up but they have a demo and you don't, maybe okay, fine, you shouldn't push. But if it's like 7v3 or 7v4, like you need to be thinking while the fight's going on, keep pressure on pushing them out, because the thing is, if you guys are pushing out at all, someone will call that they're like enemies pushing out into us, and that will make, it's a bit of fear. It's not, it's aggression, and that should startle them a bit, maybe, hopefully. So that's about it for Gullywash. We'll probably like change it while we scrim it, but that should be enough to get you started.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll go on to Reservoir now.